and he will get his foot down any moment now as the pace car pulls in. Tony Klusman waits to apply the throttle, and there he goes. It's not a brilliant launch for him, and Michael Abdoka's right on his tail. Can he get into the slipstream? It's just side by side between Foggy, but Klusman hangs on to the inside. Abdoka not taking too many risks, and down the inside for Klusman. It's a good start for him, just holding on against Abdoka. Foggy into third, Brandon fourth, Jackson fifth, Lutzmore sixth.
And Daledonne goes around at the chicane. He's bringing the car back onto the track, but he lost a lot of positions there. Too aggressive, as I said, inexperienced with his cars, and it showed here.
And Abdoka leads this race, and now Foggy's looking for any opportunity to get past. Brandon looking racy as well in fourth. Klusman, he's not used to this, being overtaken on just the second lap, but it seems to be that Abdoka has certainly the pace to win this race. Down the inside goes Klusman. Abdoka not building up the lead, but Klusman there trying to stay as close as possible. Trying to get the move down into the Casio triangle. Down the inside goes Lutzmore, and he can get that done, and here comes Ritchie. Down the inside, can he get it stopped? Just about, but he needs to get the cut back now. Brilliant drive. Oh, and off the track goes Lutzmore. He got the move done. Ritchie might gain two positions here in a couple of corners. Ritchie into the slipstream. Gotta go to the inside. Not much defense from Jackson, and Ritchie will just go straight through here, and he goes up into fifth place. Brilliant debut drive for Ritchie out.
Sorry guys, I want to butt in very quickly. Michele Ritchie around, coming out of the Casio triangle. Issues for him?
Yeah, I was watching the live timing. I thought he was going in for a pit stop, or a very early pit stop, but you're right, he went around.
I think Klusman might be about to lose a position here. Here comes Foggy. Klusman's got to slow down. Don't go into the back of him, Brandon. Oh, that was so close. Klusman was desperate not to drop down to fourth. Foggy close, not looking for a move. Do you think that was maybe... Do you think he's quite happy? Do you think that's a sign? Because there was no kind of glance to the inside at all there. Oh, he's off the track. No. But he's held on. He's going to remain in second place. Wow, that was so close. What's that? Oh, what do you think of that?
The commentator's curse?
Oh, and off.
Oh, another error.
And Brandon now around the outside. He's going to have the inside for the final left. And Klusman started in first place. But on lap 10, he's fallen down to fourth.
And avoiding contact. Well, the other car
we
was
got another
joining
driver up. So, Rosie Borges has just gone off. McKnight, no. Wow, and now down the inside of both of them goes Michel Ritchie. Down the inside goes Ritchie. McKnight's going to try to hang it round the outside. Ritchie hangs on 2 places in one. We see McKnight spend 10 laps behind Borges, not being able to make up 1 place. And Ritchie has made up 2 places here twice now in this event. Doesn't seem like anyone's going to pit this time round. And
Klusman is in.
Oh well. So Alex, you're opposite.
Miles off.
Abdoka's in. So Abdoka's in.
And of course, he pits this time.
Well, now we're really confused because I was hoping that for once Apex Racing TV would know what's going on with the strategy, but that's right in the middle. So he's left himself options, but now a 2-stop's going to be surely really difficult for him to achieve. A driver a little bit off the... Foggy is in. Foggy's in. Is Brandon in? No, Brandon stays out. So surely that's got to be a 2-stop for Brandon. Is Foggy exiting the pits? Yes, he's miles ahead. Foggy is Nicole Foggy with a much shorter pit stop. 9 seconds shorter.
And Johnny Brandon is in from the first position.
Lutzmore in as well, and Jackson, so that seems to be the cut-off, no further than 19 laps on these tyres. Foggy will retake the lead. Brandon still stationary, clearly going on the same strategy as his teammate Michael Abdoka, but where will he be in relation to Abdoka? Abdoka passed, so Brandon still stationary. It's going to be a 35-second stop, 3 seconds slower than his teammate. Stephen Lattimore gonna be, yep, exactly the same stop for him though, 4 seconds, and Jackson 34 seconds. Where's Ritchie compared to them? Ritchie has jumped them both. So Ritchie with that short stop has gone from 7th to 5th. in that pit stop period. Just building on your point you just said, how drivers aren't really taking advantage. Tony Klusman just made a big error. Oh, an error now for Richie. Latimer down the inside. Richie's not going to have a chance, and that is that's much better than what Richie did in the Casio Triangle when Klusman made a mistake, because Latimer has pounced on that, and that was a really good opportunistic move in the end. Whitaker's got to let past these two. This is not what Latimer needs whatsoever. But again, Richie's not there to take advantage. Whitaker off the circuit, but lets them through eventually. And again, Richie, he's not really there. What's the chances of there? Oh my goodness, Latimer, another slide. Here comes Richie down the inside of Spoon. Can he make it? Yes, he can. No, he's got a big slide down the inside. Goes Latimer. He's going to have to drag his second part of Spoon, sorry. And here comes back Richie. They're going to be side by side, going into 130R now, heading up the hill. And Richie, doubt he's going to have a go down here.
Klusterman is in. Yeah, Klusterman is in for a pit stop.
Okay. Yeah, I really should just shut up now, shouldn't I? Because I've been wrong on every single count.
Number 66.
Oh, he's in.
He's in, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, this is really spicing up now. I was a bit concerned that maybe they're all going to go for 2 stops, but there's a clear divide in the strategy. Foggy in on lap 30 of 56. So, of course,
and Evdoka is in.
Evdoka is in. Oh, wow. Okay.
By the way, and now he's
Evdoka's
the new
ahead.
leader.
Evdoka's ahead of Foggy. What a quick stop for Michael Evdoka. 7.7 seconds for Evdoka. What a pit stop. He is into the net lead.
And Latimer is around again. Oh no, he's safety.
No. He's going to lead up to Jackson, isn't he? Here comes Jackson. Is he going to get a slowdown Latimer? And Latimer does pit this time, so he won't have to serve the slowdown. That's the smart thing to do. Yeah, classic error in this car. We've seen it a few times today. Just the wheel spin is so difficult to control. Really do respect these drivers out here for doing, 56 laps in such powerful cars. Just a little bit of a reference. Foggy is 25 seconds behind, and they both have a stop to go. Brandon's stop is going to be significantly longer, however, but Foggy is closing in at 2 seconds a lap currently, and is now only 3 seconds behind Michael Evdoka. So, I think Brandon's in.
He's in.
So, this is going to be kind of where we get a decent reference and the target for Foggy, because he's going to undoubtedly be a long way behind, but it's how far behind it is going to be the important question. And Jackson in as well, yeah. So Evdoka will lead. No, Evdoka's in! Oh my goodness. So Evdoka had that super short second stint. You know what? I don't think that's worked for him, has it? Surely not, because he's going to have the same length of pit stop as Brandon. And, just lots more going past. And Chris Jackson going past as well. Michael Evdoka, Jim McKnight going past. And Jose Borges just going through 130 up. And Klusman, 25 seconds now stationary, and away he goes. So decent stop for Klusman, and I think he might just stick in that 7th place to the end of the race now. He's still stationary. Brandon is coming across the line now. Foggy still stationary, still taking fuel seemingly. Brandon's going to take the lead. Through goes Johnny Brandon into the lead of the race. Nicole Foggy now gets away.
Definitely tyres, guys. Second sector,
okay, thanks for
optimal, straight away. Sector 2, optimal, so he's quick.
This is on, so 8 seconds to catch, and he has got, this is lap 49 of 56. This is proper intense now. He doesn't, can he go to the inside here? Big slide for Jackson. Jackson's slow, going to be slow on the exit. Here comes Evdoka. Needs to get the run. This is crucial. Championship point to get such a big slide, does Michael Evdoka. But he's still in the slipstream, right behind Chris Jackson. They're not going to clear the 71 car in time. Defensive from Jackson. Round the outside goes Evdoka. He needs this all the way round the outside through the first part. Through the second part. He can get the inside for the third part. He's nearly lost it. Oh my goodness me. I thought that was curtains for the pair of them. Evdotka, I thought he'd made it, but clearly those marbles just affecting him too much.
He maybe doesn't know that Johnny Brandon is on worse tires than Foggy, so he doesn't know that there will. Oh, we got an attack on the outside that was very
He's
risky.
go for it. He's got the inside maybe for the final corner. Here he goes. He's got to go for it. Brandon down the inside. Can't make it.
Long story short, he wants to make the pass. He wants to get the point. Because we don't know if Foggy will be able to pass Brandon in all seriousness. And he tries again on the outside.
Oh, big
the
contact.
touch!
Oh,
That's a
oh
big
my
crash.
goodness. Wow. That was as close as... Oh, and he's got damage. I think that's Jackson with steering damage maybe. Brandon got decent traction from the hairpin. And Foggy, he's struggling to get any closer. He's 4/10 behind. This is about the same gap as last time. He should have the run through spoon. This is where he was so quick at the start of the race. And now he's lining it up. He's got to absolutely nail this traction zone here. He's close, he's close. He's nailed the traction. And now here comes Foggy in the slipstream. Any chance into 130R. Warming him, the car, Woodward gets out of the way. Foggy so close. Brandon, surely he's got to defend into the Casio triangle. Brandon defends, to the outside goes Foggy. Can he go round the outside here? He tries it. He can't make it. Can he get the traction on the exit? It's going to be Johnny Brandon, surely, to take the race victory. His 6th of the season, and Brandon gets it. What a race. Foggy in 2nd place. Wow, Marco, that really was the finish we all wanted.
2 hours of racing and we get this amazing finish.
It's right on the knife edge right now. Brandon closes in the championship. But the race results today, Johnny Brandon, what a race. Pulled off the 2-stopper. We'll never know, I guess, which was faster, the 2-stopper or the 3-stopper, because in the end, they are separated by less than a 10th of a second. Stephen Latsmore, great drive from him. Gotta give a shout out to him. 16.5 seconds off the lead, and he was quite a bit behind actually after the first few laps, so brilliant drive from Stephen to come home in 3rd. I think that's probably his best result of the season, so well done to him. Michael Evdotka, it could have been better, it could have been worse. I must say, I'm not sure if he had the pace of the top 2 out there. Early on, he seemed to be struggling against Foggy, but I think he'll take that 4th place after that terrifying moment down the pit straight. Tony Klusman comes home in 5th after getting pole position. That strategy just never worked out for Tony, and he just lacked a little bit of pace. Also, a penalty in the pit stop that cost him as well. Michel Ricci, good debut for him in 6th position. Chris Jackson comes home in 7th. Could have been a 4th for him, but he was super unlucky out there with that contact. Jamie McKnight come home in 8th. Jose Borges, another good race from him in 9th. Anthony Woodward comes home in 10th. Richard Warmingham, very kind of on his own race out there in 11th.
But obviously there wasn't a lot in it. I wasn't planning to do the 2-stop. I just didn't quite do as well as I'd hoped in quali. So after the first stint behind the top 3, I was saving so much fuel, lifting and coasting everywhere. I thought I might as well go for it. I did start worrying in the 2nd stint because I was lifting and coasting so much more to try and make those laps, but paid off in the end. So happy days.
Oh yes, most definitely. Happy to get a 3rd. I wasn't too confident coming into this round. This track, cars, lights everywhere. Typical slippery Japanese track. But yeah, strategy worked out for me in the long run.
In the final 5 rounds, final 2 meetings coming up in the next month here on Apex Racing TV. From me, Marco and Alex, we will see you in 2 weeks' time at COTA for the penultimate round of the season.